Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've not really shown my apartment or anything about my apartment besides like if I post on Instagram like a reel or Snapchat. I've never really shown like my full apartment. And I do have videos of when I was doing apartment hunting and when I found the right apartment. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because I did say I was going to. It's April and I moved in January, so yeah, your girl has been busy, but long overdue. Here's a vlog of me finding the best apartment. Starting off with the very first apartment tour, this is one of the newest ones that was in Columbia, Maryland by the mall area. They didn't have an actual apartment for me to see, so this was like one of the ones that they built. I could only see half of what I was looking for, which is a 2-bedroom, 2 baths. Nonetheless, it was super beautiful, man. Like the flooring, the floor plan, it had everything that I wanted, even if the laundry was smaller. Altogether, this was like a really good first start. I'm doing apartment tours, got 4 tours today, back to back to back. Y'all, it's gonna be a long day, a long fun day. My little nephew's coming along with me, and so are y'all. Before we head on over to the first place, just want to make sure y'all are subscribed, you hit that notification bell, and you give this video a thumbs up because you're already gonna like it. So come on, let's go. Sorry about the angle of this video, but I wasn't sure whether I could film in this apartment, and it was one of the shortest tours I went on. This was a beautiful apartment. It was a 1-bedroom, 1 bath. The one that I would have chosen would have came with a den, or if they didn't, only if they didn't have a 2-bed, 2 baths. The flooring was exactly what I wanted. However, this was one of those, it looked really nice online, but in person, it just didn't like caught my attention as much as I thought it would. But nonetheless, it was still a very beautiful apartment. The next apartment was probably gonna be like number 3 on my list if I were to move into it. This one, someone told me, hey, you should really check this place out. So I went, I viewed it, and price range wise, it wasn't bad. It was literally in Columbia, not far from my mom, which was something that I was looking for. It had 2 beds, 2 baths, and a very wide open space in the living room. It also came with a washer and a dryer, which is a plus, in the patio outside. Big open, like I said. Now, the only thing I didn't like at the time, I wasn't quite looking for carpet in the living room. I know like the apartment I'm currently in right now has carpeting. It's different. It's a different carpet compared to the ones that is in this apartment. Another thing that I didn't quite like, and you'll see here in a few, is the laundry area. Now, I don't mind the laundry being in the kitchen, but I prefer a door that I can actually like open, kind of step into if I need to. But this one just slides, and it was just too like close together with the other appliances for me for comfort. That was like one of the major turn off, even more than the carpet in this apartment. You know how I said that the last apartment was number 3 on my list of apartments I would have moved into if I didn't move into the one that I'm currently living in? Yeah, no, I lied. That was number 4. This is number 3. And I don't know if y'all peeped my nephew's facial expression when he walked in, but that's exactly how I was too. This was such a beautiful apartment. It had everything. Most of the apartments that I viewed, but 1 out of the 4 that I'm showing y'all in this clip, had everything that I wanted. And the stand-up shower was probably one of my favorite parts of it. The kicker is I actually know someone currently that lives in this like apartment complex. Maybe not the actual this part of it, but yeah. Anyways, this was such a beautiful apartment to view. Even had the laundry room that I wanted. It basically had everything that I wanted, but it was only the fourth apartment I've seen. I needed to see more before I made my choice. And best believe more was seen because, y'all, this was by far one of the worst, no, the worst apartment that I viewed throughout my whole process of apartment hunting. Okay, this was the first time I did like one of those like single go on your own apartment tours where they hand you the key, switch your ID for it, and no one else was there with you. So I was like, okay, cool. You walked in, you guys can see the carpet. Now, if you lived in an apartment, growing up, or just like at your big age right now, whatever, you know how it should look when you are moving into a new apartment. This here, I don't care if someone lived here before. They should have cleaned these carpets. It was dirty, okay? It was dirty. It smelled of cigarettes. And I was just so upset that they even allowed someone to view this. And look at where the washer and dryer is at. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? And just thinking now, if this was something that I was just like, it's cheap, at least it's at a lower rate, and I would take it, I probably would have hated that decision and complained a lot more. And it just, overall, I was just really, really disgusted. I was disgusted. The carpet, it needed complete removing. This was something where it was ready to move in like on that day. So I could have signed and everything on that day. And call me bougie, call me hype maintenance, call me whatever you want, but nah, this was not it. And it was an experience that I needed. But, it had the standing shower too, but everything was just so clustered together. The rooms were not bad size, but the carpet in there and the walls and everything was just, no. This actually kind of drained me because in the beginning I was so excited and looking forward to it. And then as the day went on and I'm like taking things into consideration, like pricing, flooring, and all of these things, I'm like, I don't want to compromise X, Y, and Z. And I refused to. And my energy was like depleted from this point on. So the next viewing is of a place that is located in Laurel. And this apartment is literally number 2 on my list because look at it, okay? If it was in my price range and if it wasn't on the 4th floor with no elevator, my add, I definitely would have moved here. I actually saw 2 of it. It was just different layout. 2 bedrooms and a loft. The loft is, upstairs. I probably would have had an office up there because why not, right? It was just overall a really beautiful area. The outside was nice, inside was nice, and the space was spacious, okay? This would have definitely been, this would have definitely been something that I would have loved, but because it was so spacious, y'all, I already know what to do with it. I'm not living with anyone. I'm living on my own. And yes, I am in a 2-bed, 2 baths currently. But compared to this size that we're looking at right now and compared to the one that I'm in right now, it is so different, right? This one right now, as beautiful, as big as it is definitely a family, single family home. It's definitely a place where you should have roommates because it's just I know I wouldn't know what to do. Will my family have loved it? Probably. All my nieces and nephew probably could fit all in there, okay? But because it was something that I was looking for my own, like, look how nice and high ceiling it looks. As beautiful as it was, looking back, I wouldn't know what to do with myself in such a big place like that. The next video is of the same area, just a different apartment. So this is the same location, just a different apartment layout. Same 2 beds, 2 baths with a loft, just a different layout. Same high ceiling, same spacious. The bedrooms was amazing. And again, 4th floor. Look how nice this looks for a family, for like 2 people, at least 2 people, or like a roommate. But y'all, like me alone in there, I wouldn't know what to do. On the 4th floor, what do I look like? Going up and down flights of stairs. Call me lazy. I don't care. That is not my portion. Okay? If it had elevators, I would have hopped on that trail. Why? Because the neighborhood is amazing and everything in there was just exquisite, beautiful. But the flight, oh yeah, and also the laundry, I did not like that one. The one previous to this one was probably my favorite one out of the 2 in this apartment complex. But nonetheless, still very spacious, too much space for me. This is definitely something that I would really go back and say, hey, let me move here with someone. But no. It's actually one thing that I told myself when I was looking for an apartment was it has to be within my price range. It has to be something that I like, and definitely no roommates. And that's no ifs, ands, or buts. Why? Because I already did the whole college thing and I shared room growing up with my sister and they're all the same. I'm sorry, but no thank you. In my adult years, I do not want to have roommates. No. But on to the next one. This is another apartment in Columbia, close to where I used to live. It came with a fireplace. Appliances was super nice. I always go through appliances because the color mattered to me and the flooring mattered to me. The laundry was not bad. It was in a hallway. It wasn't in the kitchen. So I'm cool with that, you know? This was nice. It was just, it wasn't given me. This also didn't have elevators, and it was, I believe, 2nd or 3rd floor, but it was one of the side ones, so it wasn't like me going up 20 flights of stairs like the other one. Literally, I was up like 5 flights of stairs just to go to my apartment in the last video, and who has time for that? Okay, y'all, we're actually getting closer to where I currently live. This apartment complex is up the street, down the road, around the corner, up the street again from where I currently live. And this was one of those, let me see, you know, it's much cheaper than what the apartment I will be living in currently. And let me just see how it is. Maybe I can, you know, move in or whatever. So I went ahead and out of the wind, book a viewing. This is nice. It was actually not bad. My only downside, well, I actually have 2. One, it was a 2 beds, 1 bath. I wanted 2 baths. And 2, the ceiling was super low compared to like a normal apartment ceiling would be. And it was on the bottom floor, which is probably also the reason for that. It did come with a washer and dryer, which was fine and great. But this one was just not, I was just like, I felt tall. I felt super tall in the bathroom, in the living room, in the bedroom, because the ceiling, I could touch the ceiling fan. And it was just something that I knew in the long run, I would not be happy with, so. But it was an overall nice apartment, just not for me. Because this one was for me. Y'all, when I walked in doing the tour, I didn't even film the tour. I was so at the end of my journey that I was overwhelmed with everything. But I walked in and it was as if God laid his hands on my heart and said, you can rest, daughter. And I was like, this is it. The lady looked at me and was like, could we do a tour, you know? So we did the tour, but there was just an overwhelming feeling of this was it. You know, I applied the same day, got accepted, and 2 to 3 weeks later, I'm signing for this place. You know, this was as big as getting my master's, getting a big girl job. But the journey to this point was such a trying one that it was a spiritual thing for me. And not to get too, yeah, but God definitely had his hands in this. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will definitely be doing another video of just my apartment because I don't think the clip really did it justice, okay? So stay tuned for that video, and I will see y'all in my next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.